This is an exclusive video from WOLnews.com. It's hard to believe this is football season almost starting again. We're here with head coach Mike Clark, and Mike, it's been sometimes a long winter, but maybe it's been a short winter for you.
Yeah, it seemed like, going back to it, John, that August would never get here. When you have a little bit of a down year, you really can't wait to get started on the new challenge. But there's a lot of things that need to happen in between. Our players needed to have a great offseason. We needed to have another strong recruiting class, and we think we've done both of those things. So, you need a little bit of patience along the way, but in hindsight, it really did fly by too. So you just take it one day at a time and continue to stress improving, and selling our goals and our dreams and visions to the incoming group. And I think we've got a chance with this team to be really successful in 2010.
If you had to put a kind of a top priority on this season, what would it be? I think I know what it would be, but maybe the most important thing you have to resolve here soon.
Well, I think it's twofold on offense, and they kind of go hand in hand. But first and foremost, offensively, we need to be able to run the football and not demand as much out of whoever our quarterback is going to be. There's several talented quarterbacks, but none of whom possess so much experience that they could just go out and throw the ball 40 times in a game. And if that's the case, if we asked that, I think that would really be challenging for those guys. So, we want to be able to run the football, and so many positive things happen when you do that, and just find ourselves in better down and distance situations. So last year we turned it over too much because we were in longer down and distance situations, and it's hard to win that way.
What's the defense look like this year? Something that has held Lycoming in usually as they keep trying to transition into new players and the offense getting that going.
Well, obviously, Steve just does an incredible job. He's been here for so long and coordinated so many good groups. We have a chance to be very good defensively. Experienced in the secondary. We have a nice group up front on the defensive line who can run. We don't have a Teddy Gerds who's a 290-pound kid in there, but we do have some 260, 270 type of guys who can move. Anthony Marasio is probably one of the best, if not the best, defensive lineman in the conference. Some speed at defensive end. So I think defensively you're going to see a group that can really run, really get to the football, and cause problems for other teams.
Do you have a new offensive coordinator or a new offensive coach? I know you're highly into that. Any difference in the offensive look this year?
There could be. There's always some wrinkles, John. There's always a couple of wrinkles. We're a little more athletic at quarterback. Colin did a great job, but we think that maybe we could run the quarterback a little bit more. How much obviously will depend on that, but we have a couple tailbacks who we really like. We've got to find ways to get them on the field, and some wide receivers who are all good, and we're probably as athletic. Really more athletic and deeper at wide receiver than we've been in my 3 years. It is a really talented group of skill guys on offense.
I know quarterback's important, and I know Tim Hook's been around. I call him Hooky. Has been around for quite a while, and has the most snaps of anyone, maybe the only one around. You're looking at him, but he's got to earn the spot, I would think. Yeah, no,
and look, Tim, he's working through a little bit of an injury right now, but he's able to do some 7-on-7 things, and he does all the individual stuff. We still haven't cut him completely loose in team periods yet, but possesses very good knowledge, throws the ball very well, knows where he wants to go with the ball. So he's going to have, if we can get him cleared here soon, and I think that'll happen soon, to take all the reps, then he's got a great chance to be the guy. Right now, Zach Klinger would, if we were to play a game today, Zach Klinger would start. But that's, by no means does that exclude Timmy from being in the mix. And there's a couple younger guys that have a chance as well. But right now I would say it would probably be Zach or Tim when we go down to Rowan on September the 4th.
Well, you always need someone to back up in case someone gets injured, so you can't put all your marbles in one person, can you?
No, I mean, look, John, we have a saying, and this goes back, but I say this to our guys every year, that the expectations are for the position, not for the individual. So while you know your best players are your best players, and we're going to get certain things out of an Anthony Marasio, a Chuck Polito, or Ryan Wagaman. If you lose a good player, there are certain things that the quarterback has to accomplish. There are certain things that the wide receivers or D-backs or linebackers, or regardless of the position, there are certain things that have to be done. And so you might lose some experience, but you still have to demand those things. And whoever the next guy is, he's got to find a way to to meet those expectations, or the team will suffer. So hey, guys have to be prepared. Everyone wishes they were a starter, but if something happens and you lose a guy, then the next guy's got to be ready to get in there and try to get those things done.
Okay, well, a pretty energetic schedule here with Rowan, Westminster, and Ithaca right off the bat. And this has been something that you wanted to do, is play real good teams before you got into the MAC conference.
Yeah, I think that the last couple years, obviously we snuck into the playoffs in 2008 and didn't perform the way we would have liked. But last year we had 2 of the top 15 teams in the country, and we beat a playoff team. Wilkes beat a playoff team. I think that the MAC proved last year it's a very, very challenging conference. I would expect 2010 to be very similar to a year ago, where any Saturday anybody could outperform or beat another team. So in our mind, how do you get ready to play those games? Well, you better be demanding in practice, and you better play some quality opponents, because if you don't, by the time you line up against someone in our conference, you could have your hands full.
Yeah. Well, it's just good to get to this time of the year for me. The fall is really pretty nice, and you're heading for New Jersey in 2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks from today.
Okay, and good luck to you, and we'll be seeing you around and trying to get some more interviews throughout the season.
John, you're welcome anytime, and we really appreciate all the stuff that you do for us. So thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.